Greetings, everyone. This is Mesrim, and we're going to be starting something a little bit new, a little bit different. I used to be a Twitch streamer, and I've decided to transfer myself over to YouTube because I believe that it's a lot easier and a lot fairer on the people that are actually watching the streams. The reason behind it is very simple. I don't feel that anything that I make is worth monetizing, so I really don't want to have anybody have to pay for anything to be able to watch my videos, and I don't feel that they deserve more than that. But today's going to be a little bit special, as it's going to be my first YouTube video in a very long time. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to do a Space Engineers 1 hour challenge. 1 hour challenge is exactly that. I'm going to be doing a default start, and the rules and regulations are a little bit easy on this. What I need to do, I need to make a ship which is capable of getting into space within an hour. I have to be in space within an hour. Now, you're going to say, fine, I just spawn a ship, then when you land, you fill it up with stuff and pick it back up. No, I can't actually use the ship that I land with. The original lander can be shredded, torn to pieces, whatever. All the parts can be reused, but I have to come up with an original design which allows me to make the ship and make it off the planet, regardless of where I am, and then make it into space. Now, that poses a couple of interesting challenges. The first one is that when we land, we don't actually have a choice. The lander is going to decide where we're going to land, which means that I may not find fuel, I may not find the right resources, it may take me longer, I could be on the side of a cliff, I could die the first instance. If I die, okay, and I can't respawn, I have to start again, but the clock doesn't stop. So that's pretty much it. If I lose the ship, the clock doesn't stop, I gotta try again. I gotta make it within the hour. Now, it's very possible of doing this if you know what you're doing. Another rule is very simple as well. I have to use progression. So what we're going to do is we're going to start by setting up the game. So we're going to go with a new game. We're going to go with a custom game because the scenario won't do for us. We're going to go for the star system. So here we go. Change this guy's name to something a little bit more appropriate. We're going to stay in survival, offline mode, so nobody else can bother us while we're doing this. There are going to be no mods. Now, the other thing I'm going to make sure, everything has to stay the same. So, realistic, safe, hostility, normal density, arcade, unlimited, view distance. So, everything has to stay exactly the same, so nothing has changed. The one thing I may do, if I find it, is enable in-game scripts. We won't need them, but they're there. And I need to find if I can find progression. Progression is what, let's see, aim assist, we don't need that. Enable progression. Progression is enabled, so we're not going to worry about that. So that's it, remote block. Now, what that means is that if I fly away from my station and it's not powered, after it's either 500 meters or a kilometer, I don't remember which one it is, it gets deleted. So I got to be careful of where I travel, how often I travel. So those kind of settings are the ones that we're going to be working with. So here we are. Let's start. So the moment I press the start, I'm going to be activating my countdown timer. If I can remember how to do that, hopefully it'll all appear and you guys will be able to see what's going on. So, countdown timer initiated. So already I'm going to lose some time. Hopefully I'll make up for it. So Earth-like drop pod, correct. Respawn. Okay, already I see something interesting here. It seems like, ooh, that's a little bit on the loud side. I do apologize. The countdown timer is not going to stop when I do this now. Ooh, man, that was loud. Alright. So the first things first, we are in a very bad position. There is ice, which is important to us, and it seems like it's going to be okay. We may slide a little bit. Now, I can fly this ship, but without a gyroscope, oh god, we're not going to slide, we're going to roll. Oh gods. Well, this may cause an issue or 12. I hope it's not going to damage too much of the components that I may need. This is also burning valuable time. As I said, this is the point in time where if I'm going to restart, I got to make a decision. Good God. Alright, we already damaged one of the thrusters. Normally I wouldn't have a problem with that, but it's going to be interesting. Alright. Okay, this is literally a terrible spot. Where did I see that ice? Up the hill. Okay, well we can get enough ice for the up the hill job. So what we're going to do is we're going to start by... First things first, we're going to enable our progression. So looking in the G menu, we're going to see the progression tab, and it says the first thing we need to build is either an interior wall, landing gear. Now landing gears are nice and easy because we can have them right here. We're going to grind away a little bit and take this landing gear down to functional. I'm going to put it back up and shabam. So the first thing we've done is unlock landing gears, which is fantastic. So landing gears are important to us because it allows us pretty much for the entire building blocks of everything we need. So we get a seat, we get the parachute. Parachutes are very important. We get the cockpits. Now cockpits are fantastic. We need those. Building a cockpit is amazingly good because if we can build a cockpit, we can build a remote control. Remote control, fantastic. That allows us to be able to move the ship around when we need to. And you'll see how I'm going to apply that. Once we have the remote control in place, we should be able to make a gyroscope. Gyroscope is going to be our next port of call, but from that progression. Now, we need to make the generators because without the generator, I can't make hydrogen tanks. Without the tanks, I can't make hydrogen thrusters. Hydrogen thrusters is how we're going to make it to space. Car containers, we don't really care too much. There might be some conveyors that we'll need, but that's not going to be too big of a problem. All right, let's get some resources in. So that's our wonderful fabricator there. So we're going to grab all the stuff we need. The first layer is always going to be crap. You can see that I'm not filling up very quickly the inventory. That's because it's low yield. It's dirt. It's not rock or anything like that. But we're just going to take everything as much as possible. Come on, keep grinding butt. Oh, come on, you can do it. Drill it out. Once we get to the rock, we'll start filling up a lot faster. I mean, at this stage, all the supplies we need are already on the ship. And I can make the ship fly pretty easily, but I need to progress. So unlocking the progression is exactly what we need to do. You can see the oxygen's a little bit on the low side, but that's okay. It keeps me going. This game becomes exponentially more difficult the further the different planets that you take. So put that in the survival kit. Get 1,000 of those in there to produce. Put the stone in there. Just keep going. The stone, while that's producing the raw materials that we'll need to be able to make everything else. Continue with our slow but steady progression. Alright, 5 minutes are already gone by. Isn't there a rock? Wow, it's really dark. Okay, that's rock. As you can see, it's already filling up a So what I'm going to do, I'm going to build it over here. I'm going to lay the first foundation, which is just a regular block. I'm going to put a, what is it, basic assembler. Now, assembler is good to have, but we only had the 2 steel plates. So we're going to steal a couple of plates off of, they're only 1 apiece off of the main ship. Alright? But they're still useful. So we're going to grab, at least they're going to give us the wire frame that we need for building our production outpost. I got to be careful not to grind the battery. If I grind the battery at this stage, I'm done. That's it. There's no way that I can recover from this. Alright, so now we're going to put the basic refinery. I'm going to put it on the port of the basic assembler because the 2 will talk to each other, which is exactly what I want. Now, I'm going to put some more ports up here. There we go. I think that should do. Alright. I really need to keep on mining, but now what we need is power. We don't have any power, so production-wise, you can't actually select the menus from within the actual basic assembler. So what we're going to do is we're going to get the wind, and the way I'm going to do it is middle mouse clicking on the wind turbine, and that puts it into my build planner. Once it's in the build planner, I can just go here and say, add components from the build planner to the production queue, and it goes, here you go, and he starts. And he'll use whatever components he needs to make the parts that I need for the windmill without having to stress about it or looking it up or anything like that. Let's keep on mining. I'm not worried about finding any other resources. Rock is going to be enough for us for now. Would like to get out of here. Alright, so let's put some more rock in here. There we go. Obviously it's going to start producing that. So now let's see what production says. It's going to make some more of those parts. I'm going to put this at the back. The reason I put it at the back, it says build this. If you don't have it, mine that. Sounds good to me. Alright. One trick that I do use is I will go to the graphical options, graphics, and I will take the grass density down to 0 and the draw distance. That improves both frame rates and it allows me to find, well, the holes that I've been digging so I can see where I'm going. I don't believe it takes anything away from the game, it just makes it a little easier to find stuff. Thank you for the report of saving the game. Has it actually built? Okay, so we're almost done with the parts that we need. So he needs more iron. So we're going to have a fun time with that. Now, why am I making a wind turbine instead of a solar panel? Well, the wind turbine provides a lot. The power is a lot more stable. All right, so we'll go back to the inventory. I'm going to dump this stone that I've got in there. Oof. Don't have a lot of space, so I'm going to take whatever I've got. By pushing this button, it says withdraw whatever the build planner says. And you go, okay, fine, I'll take that. So we're going to take the number 7, that guy right there. We're going to weld them up. That's going to provide our power. Hopefully he's high enough to be able to provide a good amount of power. If not, I'm going to have to add another one. That's possible, but it's time consuming. Alright, so we're going to do the same thing. This time what I'm going to do is right click on it. and it adds components to the build planner for both of them. Now if I look at my build planner, it shows the basic assembler and the basic refinery, and says that's what you need. Okay, fine. So I'm going to give more stone, enjoy, and then I'm going to say add the components from the build planner to the production queue. Bang. So this guy goes down to the bottom, more or less. There we go. And it's going to start building all the components we need. But because I know that this is going to take a while, I'm going to start drilling some more. An unknown signal. Tempting as it may be, I'm not going for it. And the reason behind it is because although I have a tower with all the goodies in it, you know, and I do have some power to it because that's making power now, what's going to happen is that if I leave, I risk, because I can't remember off the top of my head half of the time, I risk losing the components. I mean, it'll just disappear because it'll do an auto cleanup and say, yeah. Now, and as this is I'm already 15 minutes in, this challenge is very time consuming, obviously. I don't have time to faff about, really. Alright, let's look at our progression. So, progression says we're going to build that guy. It's going to unlock all sorts of wonderful stuff for us. Fantastic. That's going to be assembler. Well, we're not going to get to the stage of the assembler. We shouldn't have to, at least. Battery, we might need a battery, but I can see that there's already a lot of components here that we may not require. So, interior wall. Is there anything there that I would need? I can't see anything. The basic refinery, important. For a massive refinery, for a reactor. I don't care about any of that part. This is the guy I need to worry about. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make that. The remote control. Now, let's see if we can steal enough parts out of here. So here's our seat. Inside it, there's stuff that we don't really care about. We're going to grind away a little more just to help out with the assembler. It's our survival kit, but it functions both as a medic bay and as a basic assembler and refinery. A basic refinery is just a little bit of everything. Doesn't do it very well. That's okay. Alright, let's get this stuff in there. None of that is important to us, so we'll grab this. The metal grids, as long as I have enough metal grids, I should be okay. And I also got to be careful about not overfilling my components. Alright, so now if I take that steel plate, there we go. Take the passenger seat. Okay. So that's good stuff. Right, this thing is stopped. We're going to grab whatever components it's going to give us. And I'm going to go continue building. Alright, so we need more computers. That's silicon. And we need iron for the steel plates. So we're getting there. So we're just going to go mine some more. Let's see. Well, I'm going to dump everything in there. Everything that I can. So, components that it won't take, it just leaves them in there, and you're like, yeah, kind of stuck on that one. But okay, fine. Alright, let's see what we got here. Still need computers, but that's okay. And then this guy here requires computers and construction components and so on and so forth. Now, one thing that I can do is I can just go production, eliminate everything out of the queue, right? Get that guy back in there, you continue to produce, and refresh myself. So I'll go to my build planner, cancel these guys out by right-clicking on them, right-click these guys again, and whatever components I removed from earlier, I go build. and it'll go, thank you, and here's some parts that you may need. So this guy, already he's unlocked. Fantastic. So this guy's going to be working for us. But because now I don't want the production queue to work from here anymore, I'm going to do it from here. I'm going to take this, I'm going to take all the materials, right? Everything that I got, I'm going to chuck it in there. I'm going to bang. Alright. So that guy is faster, uses more power, but at least I'll be able to manage it a little bit better. Plus, the basic assembler will be able to dismantle the components. If I have too many components of one type, they'll just go, okay, let's get rid of them for you. Okay? So, the survival kit is still going to operate as a basic refinery for us. It's slow, but it works. So, get back into the business. Alright. Let's see what we got here. Alright, so I need parts for this. And I go like that. I'm going to get rid of the basic assembler. It doesn't have to be complete. If you notice here that there's steel plates missing and all sorts of stuff, it's like, yeah, screw it, who cares? Alright, so I'm going to disassemble that, even those. Get rid of everything. Alright? Actually, it's just easier just to disassemble all. Alright, so that's all going to be dismantled for me. And then I'm going to tell it to reassemble it for me. Because I still need... although I could probably get away without actually building the refinery, I still need the refinery to be able to unlock the progression. Without that, it's never going to work the way it's meant to. I've got 42 minutes left. I think it's going to go... It's going to be close. I think it's going to be close. Alright, I have no idea where I'm looking. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there we go. The fact that it's twilight right now doesn't help. I'll grab all these components. Well, these raw materials. I'm going to put those in there. See, the thing that says, oh, you couldn't deposit it. Well, I don't care. Just get rid of the stuff I don't need. I'm going to put the rest into there. I'm going to take this crap out. Put that in there. Alright. Now, I'm going to cancel the production that says disassembly. I'm going to go back to assembly because I need these steel plates for the basic refinery. I only need about 100. So I'm still going to get all the resources we need. Because then we're going to start the building process of the ship. Because without it, we're jacked. Come on, let me out. Don't make me right-click drill. There we go. Yeah, it's saying that it's low on steel plates. I'm going to take those and put them in there. I need 7 more. Well, I know where to find 7. 1, 2, 3. 4. Alright, fantastic. So, this thing is now going to be completed as basic refinery. Oh, yeah. Now I've removed my seat. That's a problem. Removing the seat means that now I don't have a ship to sit down and recharge. But that's okay. We're going to take all this crap, everything. You've done your job. Production, clear that. I'm going to put everything in here and I'm going to go bang. It's going to immediately low power. Alright. Low power is not good. But that's okay. Production says... disassemble everything. Actually, I'm not going to disassemble absolutely everything. I'm going to take these guys with me and those, and maybe that and this. Right, let's see if we can put another turbine. So I'm going to put like this. And you guys have guessed it. I'm going to take the build planner and tell it to finish it for me while shredding other parts. So I'm going to go put that back into the refinery. It's going to disassemble all this crap that we don't need, which is fine. Hopefully. Actually, I could probably put that guy in there too. And these guys, because I don't need them. And I definitely don't care about that station. These tools I need. So I'm going to tell production to disassemble everything. And in the meantime, we'll get some more rock. Because we need it. Alright. How many minutes? 38 minutes. We're almost at the halfway mark. I also have to remember that we need several minutes to be able to make it into space. Otherwise, I am, well, the proverbial paddle creek situation. Alright, the refinery is going to go, oh, I need to mine. So it's going to do it. Obviously, what's happened now is that the turbine is apparently getting a little bit more wind, so it's happier that way. So the assembler is done. I'm going to tell it to assemble. Cancel that, because I don't want that. What does my planner say? That's what we're making, so we're going to say, give me that on the planner. So it's going to create the components that I need for the additional power. Alright? And now we get to have the fun of creating the ship. I still will need these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the ship on the south side of the platform. Bang, bang. Alright? Alright, that'll do. Come on, guys. That'll do. Fly up. Yeah, I don't need all the interior flights.
Energy critical.
Yeah. Ow.
Fuel low.
Yes, I know. Come on, wait. So we're going to charge up a little bit, because we need that. Give us a bit of a break. Now, remember earlier I said that I needed the, whatchamacallit, the gyroscope? Gyroscope is essential to us. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these parts, I'll take this landing gear for sure, because I need this guy. Take the whole thing, alright? And then we're going to put our first landing gear here. Actually, I already got it on this system, so... Oh, it wants the big boy. No, I want the small boy. So I'm going to put... No, the big boy. Small boy. There we go. Alright, so he's being placed. And he's going to be the start of our wonderful relationship. Now, I'm going to put this stuff back into place, and I'm going to say I need a remote control for a small ship. So it's already set up for there. I'm going to take it because it's cheap. I'm not going to care about that guy. I'm going to say, give me the parts. So it fulfills almost everything. I'm going to go, bang. Give me the rest of the parts. Cheap as chips. They're fantastic. So I'm going to put this remote quite literally in a way that it makes sense. Right there. I'm going to drop one on the floor because I'm an idiot. Because what I did is I removed the defaults. I won't need any turbines, that or that. I'm not even going to bother with that guy. So I'm going to put this back in place. And we're going to build the remote control. That should unlock our necessary gyroscope. We're going to move the remote control, by the way. We're not going to keep it where it is. I'm going to leave it temporarily. Alright. Because now, the fun part begins. I need an O2 generator. So this guy is going to provide our power. And the way we're going to do it, we're going to put him... Alright, what do I need? Steel plates. Do I have any steel plates? Probably not. Alright, let's grab some steel plates. Do I have any steel plates? I do. Look at that. Alright, so we're going to put this guy on top of the landing gear. I think I put it right. Or maybe not. Oh, let's try that again. Okay, perfect. All right, you see how the landing gear has feet? I'm too close to things. All right, which means that if the thruster is over part of the foot, it won't work. So we're going to build this guy. He's going to give us the ability to have a tank, a hydrogen tank. Now, we don't really need a hydrogen tank to make it to space. It would be nice. We don't really need it. Okay, so let's get this guy into production mode. What did I have here? Oh, didn't want that one. Production, cancel. Alright. Inventory, take whatever we need. Production says disassemble everything else that you don't need. I'm going to get some more stones. Full. You awful creature, you horrible man. Put that directed to there, production to this, assembly to that. Production, what did I need? I needed this guy. So first thing I'm going to do is fill him in. Parts that I have, right click, and let's say, give me the rest. It goes, I can't build. So he's going to build only the components that I require, which is fantastic. Now, we're probably going to have to build a tank anyway. So the reason I need the tank is because I need the thruster. Alright, let's see. If I go to progression and I go to thruster, where are the thrusters? There it is. So I do need a tank. So I'm going to take a small hydrogen tank. Thank you very much, sir. Alright. I need steel plate for that. Production. Small. Okay. Small hydrogen tank for a small ship. There we go. Same thing. Withdraw. Nothing to withdraw. Fantastic. Build it. Give it to me. We'll get some more stone. Oh, it's cold now. Fantastic. Alright. So I don't have anything it wants. I don't care. It's going to make. Grab. Whoa! Please don't fly away, at least not yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the tank for 6 right there, build it, and then take it right back down. Alright, so that is that. We should probably have a tank. You know what? There's nothing wrong with having a decent tank. So we'll take a small hydrogen tank. Take all that stuff that I need and just build. Wow, that is pretty big, isn't it? Well, the funny thing is, probably won't even use half of it or a third of it. We just don't have the resources to do it. As you can hear, it's already stopped the production of it because we're running out of 29 minutes. Ooh, we're cutting close. I haven't even built the gyroscope yet. Alright. Okay. I think it's time that we start shredding our original ship. Get that guy in there. Alright, let's see. So, he's important. He's got tanks that I can use. A little bit of ice, which I definitely can use. But at this stage, it's not going to help us. So I'm going to put the ice in there. And I'm going to put the the oxygen tank in there as well. I'm going to take the actual... Oh, I think I can. Okay. There we go. That's unlocked some blocks for me. Thank you very much. I'm going to take all this crap. I have to duck the ship. Ore detector serves no purpose right now because it's not that type of start. We're not actually trying to achieve anything. We're just going to get off the planet. Think about it, the more that a hydrogen tank is not a good idea. I've done this in a different way almost every time. So, alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to say, the first thing I'm going to do is going to put a thruster down. Alright, we don't need a big one. A small thruster will do fine. He can go right there. We need 4 metal grids. So we're going to beg for 1, 2, 3, 4 metal grids. Get rid of that stuff. I'm going to get rid of this guy. Yeah, okay, fine. Good. Now we're going to put that tank. We had the small tank in place. I'm going to put, just in case, there. That's attached. We're going to put the tank. It shouldn't affect anything else. Aerodynamics is not our issue right now. Have you gotten me? No, you got nothing for me. Thanks. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to steal the thruster we already have. Yeah, thanks. That's a good thing to have right there. Alright, so... Oh, no. Alright, so that thruster's in. That's great. So what we need now is a battery. So we're going to take a big battery for a change. I'm going to get rid of that thing. Go into here. I'm going to look into the production. I'm going to say screw that. I'm going to go disassemble absolutely nothing because I need to give the parts back, take the parts away. Need 20 power cells. Now I can go disassemble everything. I'm going to put the power pack right where we really need it, which is right about there. All right. Now I need to also make a gyroscope. So gyroscope for a small ship is right there. Take the parts that I need. Put it right there. Alright, so I need a large steel tube and some steel plates. That's fine. We're going to find them somewhere, I'm sure. Motors and stuff. Feed on it. What the hell is that? Alright. 24 minutes remain. Wow, we're really cutting close. Yeah. As long as I don't destroy absolutely everything. There we go. Myself some energy back up. You'll notice that my hydrogen though is not increasing. That's because I removed all the ice out of the O2 generator. But I do have a tank, so tomato, tomato. Alright, still large tube, still that. What we really need is for this thing. Are you finished? You so are, you beautiful thing. But I need those guys. I need this. Probably need that, and I'll need those. So, because I need to make a remote control. So, remote control. Why am I making a remote control? Well, It's cheaper than making a cockpit. So, and why am I aiming it like that? Well, because that front, god damn it, I did it again. That front sensor is the one that makes the orientation of the ship as if it were a cockpit. So it doesn't matter what I look like or where I look at, it'll be able to put it. Now, all right, are you guys done disassembling everything? Production. Disassemble everything. Put this crap back in there. Oh no, actually I need these. I'll take that. So I need to make a passenger seat. Get rid of that. Don't need that. Don't need this. Don't need that. Don't need this. Don't need that. Don't need this. Bang. Alright. Production. Disassemble everything. 1, 2, 3. Assembling. Inventory. Actually, what was on my build planner? Yep, that's exactly what I need. So, give me the parts. There's nothing there. Great. Craft them. So this guy, I'm going to put like so. So, I got a gyroscope, I got a remote control, I got some thrust, and I got some power. Power's going to be a problem if I'm not careful. The reason behind it is because I don't have a way to refill my power, so what I'm going to do is I am going to add a solar panel. As soon as this thing starts rumbling for me, then I'll have power, and it won't delete the entire station for me. So that's what I'm looking forward to. Then I'm going to go get some ice. There we go. So, battery. Gyroscope. Passenger panel. Nothing. Build. That's good enough. Fantastic. The thruster's running. The hydrogen tank is already filled. So we're going to go... Well, we got to find a hill which is worth it. So our ship is pretty much ready. We got 20 minutes. Turn off my dampeners. I have a tendency of flying without dampeners because I can actually coast in controlled falls. Alright. This will have to do right here. So, while drilling, I'm holding down the F key just so that anything that might fall out, I can pick it up before it rolls down the hill. Please don't die. Okay, it's using up the ice, and I can see that it's using it because you can see it going down. All right, that's great. All right, so that ship is pretty much ready. That's filling up. So we said we were going to add a solar panel just so that I can actually make it space alive. Grab the rest of the parts we need. Oh, we don't have the rest of the parts. Build it. Alright, so first things first is that. I have an intact seat, you know. Alright, now because of space, I'm going to take that and put that in there. Fill that up, get the ice back in there. I'm going to put the solar panel. The battery should be able to get us into space. There we go. Tell me we got enough parts. Yes, we do. Fantastic.
Energy low.
Okay, now we're going to go get that ice, some more ice. I'm going to chuck it onto my person, and then I'm going to fill up the seat. So I'm going to try to get as much ice on there as possible without impacting too much on my ability to actually do the work. Ooh, seriously low on energy. Seriously low on time, 18 minutes. It's only 500 meters away, that unknown signal. I could go for it, but it takes time. Time is something I don't have much of. Okay, that sounds about right then. Is that tank full? That tank is full. Hydrogen is ready. Alright, so, last thing. Survival kit. We need that if I'm going to survive.
Inventory full.
Take it as much as possible. That's the seat. Fantastic. A couple extra steel plates just in case. Time to say goodbye. Alright. I have not tested this ship. And you know what? I am pretty stupid right now if I'm going to run out without removing some obstacles. I'm running the ship pretty much quite simply. Oh god. How am I going to do it? How am I going to do it? I'm going to put it over here. You know what? Screw it. We're just going to go. Third person. Okay. It's not going to work. The reason I need to do it is because I got to go into the menu. So go into the main menu, go to the remote control, and then say control. Now I should be able to go in third person. No, I can't go in third person. Why? Because... Alright. So the first thing to do is take the thruster, put the increased thruster override, decrease thruster override. I'm going to take the landing gear. I'm going to say switch lock, and then... Oh god. Well, here we go. Alright. 15 minutes ago. I think we're pretty straight. It still bothers me. Give me a second. That bothers me like no end. Alright. That bothers me less now. Okay. Control panel. How much oxygen I got? Hydrogen, I'm good. Control panel says go to the remote control. Remote the control. Full thrust ahead. Go. Okay, dampeners optional. I'm going to turn them off for now. Well, I've only got one thruster anyway. Get to a kilometer at least. I gotta look at my speed. Speed is important, okay? We're going to space, by the way, guys. That's it. It's done. We're going. So speed is important. I gotta make sure that I can throttle just below max. So I'm using the thruster override because the thruster override allows me to slow down the amount of burn that I'm doing. So let's see how 91, 92 in the lower left-hand corner is going. So I'm trying to keep it relatively stable. Now I'm going to use the third-person camera to see if I'm actually deviating, but I think I had a pretty good start. No questions asked. So we're going 92 and something, 93 soon. Alright, 13 minutes remaining on the clock. Drop the speed a little bit. Drop it. There we go. 96 is now decreasing. It's going to go to 95. Now let's go back to 96. The reason behind that is gravity is decreasing the further away we go. So now I dropped it 2 levels. So 96 will probably hit to 94. The hydrogen is still at 100%. Decrease it some more. 6. It says 3 hours of power. That's okay. 4 is good. So our target altitude is roughly 42 kilometers. Roughly. Because we're in the mountains is actually a little closer to space. So in a sense that was lucky, but the mountains are horrible, really. Rotation, that's probably an imperfection, that's okay though. 95 is good. Oh, we lost the sunlight again. I haven't touched the gyroscope, touched anything else. The reason behind it is because it was a straight start. There was no listing, nothing. It was just go. 97, keep going down a little bit, 98. Back to 96. As you can see, the power is at 24 kilonewtons. It's almost nothing. Now, a lot of people will go, well, I'm playing Space Engineers. I have to put a thruster in each direction to move around. You notice I only have the one. How do I stop? Well, I'll show that as soon as we get into space. Time permitting, of course. Got 11 minutes to go. 17 kilometers already, that's pretty good. Drop the altitude a little, the speed a little more. 14 kilonewtons. There's our first asteroid. All this time, the thruster is actually pushing very slowly, very gently, you know, just under the max speed. We're not moving around very far. It's not like we're listing to the left or right or whatever. And you can see now it's down to 87, but we're still climbing. As long as we're climbing, you got to ensure that when you're flying up, if you have a nav ball, which you can't get either through scripts or through consoles. I'm doing it without. This is hardcore, really. Because I'm doing a lot of things, I've just cut it all out because I don't need it. But with the nav ball, you can see if your ship is actually flying true, straight. I'm using the line for the horizon, but I haven't touched anything else. I haven't touched the mouse, I haven't touched anything else. I hold the Alt button and then I touch the mouse to do things, but I don't do anything else. Plus, if I look at the starting point, right? Hasn't shifted, so it kind of gives me an idea that we're doing all right. All right, we're at 99 now. 99 is the top speed. It's 104 technically, or something like that. But anyway, the reason I don't want to use that is because if I go with the top speed, I'm burning more fuel, and I won't gain anything. So a full burn never helps you. Okay, so just right below. Have the speed just ready. See, we're down to 4 kilonewtons, and we'll go a little more. We're going to 9 kilonewtons, and the speed's increasing. So 28 kilometers, almost 29 kilometers. We got 9 minutes to make it to space. The way I define space is when you can actually use a jump drive. We don't have a jump drive, but that's okay. It means you can't be in the gravity of the planet that you're leaving. still. Hold down Alt, look around a little bit. We're not listing or anything. Yeah, that's pretty good. Pretty smooth ride. Asteroid looks okay, 32 kilometers. Speed is still decreasing. I'm going to give it a little pop up just to make sure that we're going to make it out of there. The amount of fuel it's using now is negligible. 95, drop the speed a little bit, down 4 kilonewtons. See how it's very slowly decreasing now? Well, that's what we want to see. Try to keep that almost at the top speed, just enough to be able to coax it. Alright, so 95.8. Oh, it's going back up. We're down 4 kilonewtons. I don't even know if we're both going 4. It might just be off. There is a way of manually inputting. We're at 37 kilometers. Our target is roughly 40, 42, 97. So if I drop it, see, disabled, boom. So actually, now we're flying completely on inertia. But I'm pretty positive we're going to make it to the 42 kilometer mark without actually needing to burn any more fuel. And we got 7 minutes remaining. Wow, okay, we're done. We made it into space. At 7 minutes and 11 seconds, roughly, from our goal, we made it into space. All right, now, with the remaining time, let's see how we stop. All right, you notice that my dampeners are off. Okay, that's important because we only have one thruster. So what we need to do is we have to use the one thruster to stop the ship. How are we going to do that? Well, the way I do it is I drop a GPS, like going /GPS in the chat, and I go, I call it BN for burn maneuver 1. Okay? So boom, that thruster, see how that waypoint has just spawned there, that GPS location? So what I do is I go into first person view and gently turn until I see BN1. Try to get as accurately as possible onto that little way. Oh, don't move the mouse. Be very gentle. Come on, super sensitive mouse. There we go. That'll do. Now I turn on the dampeners. So the thruster at the back says, I'm trying to stop. So, 38.38 meters per second. Okay, that's good. All right. Now, there's two ways of doing it. You can either do it again, or you can adjust it a little bit and go, oh, or you can just leave them on and do a spin. Oh, there we go. So that it likes that direction. See? 0.3, 0.03, 0.22. So all we're doing is we're coaxing it. So the thruster says, oh, I can stop if I... There we go. Now we're perfectly stopped. Done. Alright, let's see what we got in here. Junk that I don't care about. Loads of ice. Is there ice in this thing? The seat? Yeah, there you go. Ice in the seat. Not much room in me, but that's okay. Yeah, that's... We used very little ice to get up here. So we got plenty of ice. We got power. We have oxygen. And if I need some more, I just go pop. And there it fills up my tanks. I've got a... Oh, let's hook it up, right? Let's see. Survival kit. I'm going to put it... I could take the seat out, but I got stuff in the seat. I could put the survival kit there. What I'm going to do, though, instead, I'm going to put the survival kit attached to the tank. And that should do it. So putting it like that allows me to be able to complete it. Now, do I have enough parts for this thing? It's not going to be in that, is it? So, what's my build planner say? So I'm going to take the build planner. There we go, components added. I'm going to go into the seat. I'm going to say, give me the parts I need. Fantastic. I've got enough parts now. I built a survival kit, and if I really need to, I'll charge myself back up. There we go. So 3 minutes and 29 seconds, I even managed to build the rest of the ship. So now, obviously, I'm still in the... When I go into the seat, I still need to go into the remote control and control it to be able to fly the ship. So now, here's a question. Should we go there? So I'm going to go back to my GPSs. Take that guy. I'm going to change that to color. Can I change it? No, I'm going to remove that guy. Okay. I'm going to put a new burn maneuver. Because this thing does accelerate pretty fast. I mean, it's got nothing. It's just literally, it's like 7 blocks, if that. Let's see how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 blocks. Whoa, I gotta pay attention to what I'm doing. I forgot to turn off the dampeners, and now I'm listing over to the side. I gotta move it the other way, overcompensate. I have no idea where I'm going, but that's okay. So, remove that GPS location, because I won't need that. Move over there a little bit. So this asteroid might actually have some goodies for us that could be useful. But, yeah, and that's alright. There's something shiny over there. Wish I could see it. I don't have a camera installed. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it. The 1 hour challenge is now complete. If you did enjoy this challenge, please write me something in the comments. You can like, subscribe. I don't even know if that's worth it. But as I said, just ensure that whatever questions you have, just leave them in the comments. I'm going to read them. I'm going to look over them. I'm going to make sure to answer them the best I can. Anybody needs to get a hold of me, you can probably find me on Discord, but that's for another time. For now, just let me know what you think about it, and if it's been helpful to you, and if you would need any clarification, because I did go kind of fast. It was still it's an hour challenge, but hopefully I'll be able to give you all the answers you need. Thank you very much for watching, guys. It's been great, and hopefully I'll be able to have something great for you guys next time. Speak to you soon. Have a great evening.